Five, four, three, two, one. Hey everyone, welcome to Paranormal Connections radio show. So glad you guys could make it once again. Oops, sorry, let me turn my
You
phone
need to,
down.
you need to change that music too.
Well, the thing is, I had like that's my before I had it programmed for my mom, but now I
Yeah.
got a new phone, so it's like I guess just the basic ringtone, and it rings for everything on that. So I just have to keep an eye on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, Welcome, Mr. G Money, to the show. You're becoming a frequent flyer on my shows. What the heck
You
is
know,
going
and
on?
you know what? I look forward to it all the time. It's a learning experience. You're always teaching me something on these shows, and it's amazing. So I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you letting me be on here with you always. 100%. Look forward to it. Always. Always. Love you.
I'm looking at the thing. Somebody let James know that he probably needs to refresh. I don't know why at the beginning sometimes of the show, if you get in there, you can't see or hear it, and then if you refresh, it'll go there. Hey, Dora, nice to see you. Hey, Zachary, glad to have you here too. All right, everybody. So, first of all, welcome back. Well, I'm glad to be back as well. Last week I didn't do a show. Everybody knows. Hey, Vanessa, see you. I see you there, beautiful. And so I was dealing with my mom being ill, and so I just decided not to do a show. But I am back. Things are going well. But unfortunately, I just put a post out the other day. When it rains, it pours. It's just like I feel like we're like in a paranormal thunderstorm, and they're just rolling through. It's like it's like a never-ending thunderstorm, that's just going across America. Not even across the United States, just straight across America, because people are going crazy across the world.
Yep.
All of this, it seems like every single year it becomes worse and worse and worse of how people cannot get along in this field. And being in the field as long as I have, I've really kind of learned that you can't have like this one big
Happy
happy
family.
unity family.
Yep.
It's just like if you get too many, people in your family together, they're going, somebody's going to fight each other, and it doesn't matter if you're family or not, they're going to go at it. And people now, we see it all the time. It's like paranormal, high school, to be absolutely honest.
If not elementary school.
Yes, we can even start there with some of them. I mean,
Yeah.
I have never seen it get so bad as it is now. Now, I mean, again, forever people have, not liked each other and used social media to voice the fact that they don't like the person or what that person's doing, or things like that. But it's got really rampant,
It's
I would say, like
actually
over
gotten
the
a
last.
little. It's actually gotten more evil, and a lot of I've had people now wish that I would and this didn't happen today, it didn't happen last week. I've had the worst of it where people wish that I would have cancer and die off. I've had, and it's all in the paranormal field. But it sucks, and it's getting to the point now where I think why it's getting so bad now, and it's nobody individuals out there, it's from here to Mississippi. But what's going on is it's after it's going on for the last, I've been doing this for 5 years, and what happens is I think it's just starting to you can only take so much, and it's just getting to the level now where it's getting nasty. And because now people are just running out of things to do, and they're just being more evil and more hurtful. And I mean, what's next? I lost my head today. I was upset. I'll let you talk, but it's just getting to a point now where I'm just losing I'm losing my scruples because I'm so sensitive, and it hurts to the core. And something came back to me today after a couple of years ago. Something came back directly at me today, and it was um, an individual that doesn't live here in California, but wish me that I would die and get cancer. And for someone being a cancer survivor, it sucks. It really does suck. So
Well, and I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Where, it's gone from, okay, I don't like you anymore, and I'm going to voice my opinion so that all my friends can rally behind me and say, you're great, and we got your back, and make you feel better about the situation. And then
right,
it's like, then it continues to happen again. Like nothing. Instead, it just continues to get worse and worse and worse. So we go from just talking back and forth on your pages to now it
hmm
becomes outright wars. Then they block each other so each other can't see each other's what people are saying, but they don't realize that the however many thousands of friends they have in common all see everything and know both people and will send the screenshots. I'm blocked by so many people that I've called out over the years, and I still see whenever they post anything about me on their page or somebody finds it. I swear I don't. It's crazy because there's steps on. If anybody, first of all, if anybody knows a lot about having to deal with online harassment, bullying, extortion, coercion, everything that goes on in this field, it would be me.
yeah,
And, it people at the very beginning, everybody loved me. Then when people started getting mad at me and putting rumors out instead of anybody really caring about any facts or that it was even true, they
right,
just everybody jumps on the bandwagon, just
right,
jumps on the bandwagon. They don't even know the situation, but hey, if you're mad, I'm mad. So, we've kind of went into this whole like gang like mentality, and they're like packs of wolves. I have been seeing so much drama. I haven't been online much because of my mom, um, and when I have posted, it's just been about my mom and things like that. But I go on today and I've got all these messages from like all these damn people, different people, and they're all messaging me about either the same situation,
yeah,
similar situations, their own situation with the
yeah,
other situations,
yeah.
and everybody's saying, "Hey, you should talk about this."
Well, and it's not, and you should, and you know what, it can't be like a big yell, he said, she said stuff. I just hope it gets to the right people where it's like, hey, you know what, it's not just me getting bullied, it's not just you, it's here all the way to Mississippi. But and it's just when it's look, I got lectured today by people I don't even know. They said, look, it's not your business. Stick your nose. Look, I'm gonna get hyper. Stick your nose out of people's businesses. If someone's not harassing you, then don't worry about it. It's not your problem. The problem I have with that is exactly what I said today. Is the issue that I have is individuals are bullying other people, and what sucks is people that are so good, like let's say myself or anybody else out there. And I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said myself. I'm gonna get raped for that one. But you know what? End up quitting. And then what happens is who loses is the paranormal field. And then you have people that come into this that are so green and they get here and they're so green at what they're doing. Then they go to a location and all they want to do is investigate. And the next thing you know, they're getting bullied because they're not allowed to be there or whatever. Um, Today was a really effed up day. I lost everything I could lose in my head today. I was just hurting today, really bad, because I got messages from about 34 people today, and it was beautiful that they've been harassed by the same peoples. And you know what? And they were telling me to do this and do that and blah blah blah. And I said, no, I'm not doing that. So um, I want it to be known that I'm not here to blow anybody up. I'm not here to disrespect anybody. All I'm saying is, you know what? We all know who we are. You know what? Let's put the knives away. Let's just pull out our recorders. Let's just investigate and call it a day. And if you get something or if I get something, it's where you get something. And I'm boring people
No,
but I know
no.
it's not going to happen. I know that for a
Yeah.
fact because there's too much of a competition. And unless there's
But
trophies
that's
involved,
okay. That's okay that that's the way it is, because this is exactly what, I was saying this to you before we went on the air.
yeah,
You know, people who have not, or are entering in, or say have been in this field, say 10 years or less, right?
right,
I didn't want to say maybe 5 or 6 years or less, because that's really when it really started picking up, like on
right,
what people started doing.
right.
But it has become just so accustomed. This is just the norm. Like when we hear all the drama, it's like piranhas. Like everybody just wants to go and check out and see who's doing it, and they're just watching and following the feeds, and they're not saying anything, and
Oh
blah blah.
no,
And we've got all this stuff going on now. Eventually, when it comes directed at you a few times, and you
yes,
start really having problems,
yep,
um, and at the beginning, it really does affect you, and I warn actually a lot of young investigators that are wanting to get in this field, and they're wanting to get out there and do YouTube channels and all this kind of stuff, because to be absolutely honest, I don't think people understand psychologically what
what
it
it,
does to you at the beginning, right?
right, right,
Especially if you've already got any kind of issues that are dealing with, or you're ill, or you're under a lot of stress, or all these, any kind of those factors, because psychologically, and especially if you're empathic,
right,
because the hate that is just spewed out there, if you read it, you absorb it,
right. Absolutely,
right?
100%, hundred
And
percent.
so, people say, "Oh, I'm not going to look at it. I'm just not going to read it," right? And then you got your friends sending you screenshots, and then you see, and you're like, "What?" And then you're pissed off again, and then you're embrace negativity that was put into that post. And most of the time, it's put out from somebody who is, butthurt over something that happened,
Right,
feeling competition with you.
yeah,
They feel like maybe you're going to get a little more attention than they do for whatever reason,
right,
or
right.
just outright just like to do shit like this for attention. But I'm getting sick and tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I'm also getting tired of everybody preaching, tell another 10 people, and it's like telegraph, and before you know it, it's like made its whole little trail. Like, I can believe this, as many people messaged me this morning all about a whole bunch of the same crap. It involved a few different people, but it was all the same bullshit. And I'm just like,
Yep.
are you serious? But it's one thing, to do all that. But what happens now is then the person will turn around and then decide to rush to social media, post, and act like the victim real quick,
Yep. 100%.
so that then they can rally the troops, right? So
Right.
then you got the rally the troops of this one, and then the other person, then they feel like they've, been attacked or bullied. So then their, team rallies against them. And then before you know, we've got this paranormal war, and people are having to choose sides,
Oh,
and over some shit that has nothing, to do with anybody. So it's even when we try to stick together to support each other, everybody know, like, one week they're on this side, the next week they flip flopped, and now they see it on the other way, and they go on the other side, or they talk to you and then they go back and tell the other person that or something else. Yeah, I mean, you. It is very hard to trust people in this field. People get mad, and it's not like they say, okay, you know what, George, I don't like you anymore, I'm just going to delete and block you, we're just going to move on, and if I see you out at an event, I'm just going to be professional, I'm going to stay away from you.
Yep.
But if I encounter you, I'm going to say, hey, how you doing, and I'm going to move on. But that is in a virtual world, because it does not exist here. That's why a lot of these events have a lot of issues, because although they can sell it to you, get a lot of drama at them. Nobody gets along. You got people threatening that they're not going to speak if this person's going to be a speaker. You've got people that don't like, say, me, and I'm going to speak. It has happened for so long, it's ridiculous. When I used to speak, they would actually contact the event promoter and say, oh, she's a fraud, and the FBI and the police are looking for her right now, and all this kind of stuff. And you better not use her, or we're going to, ask for refunds, and we're going to protest your event. And these people would say, hey, Christina, I'm sorry. Not anything to even back it up, but just they'd say, well, we got an email from so, and I already knew who it was, but they'd say,
Yeah.
so we're not going to be able to have you at the event. And you know what? So it got to a while. My feelings kept getting hurt, and I just kept believing, like, man, how can people just turn on you so quickly, and they don't even know the truth, and it's just whoever puts out whatever, and it's like the mass wins, and it just was. I was getting sick. It was just absolutely ridiculous. And then finally, I was to the point where I was going to quit. I was just like, I'm done. But I don't know how to do that. Thankfully,
You don't know how to quit,
I
right?
don't know how to quit. No,
Yeah.
not in anything. And you're like, same thing with dealing with your cancer stuff. You learn to fight, and you're fighting for your life. So it's like this kind of stuff affects us. But eventually, I was like, you either become the survivor, or you become the victim.
Right. Well, I'm not
And
crying I'm not
no,
crying
no,
victim.
no, no, no. I'm not talking about you whatsoever. I'm
Okay.
just saying in general, when we have this paranormal bullying going on, you're either going to end up being surviving it, or you're going to fall into the path of the victim role, where oh, I'm always being bullied. It's they won't leave me alone. First of all, then again, if you are not a fighter, if you don't have the strength, or that's not your character to stand up for yourself, then by all means, what you really need to do is block that person, put a post out to see anything. Please don't send me anything if you see it. I don't care. Believe me, eventually it will fizzle out. People will make their minds up what they think, and you just let them wonder. And you just keep doing on what you're doing, and then you just do things with other people who you're friends with. If this is how they are, you just get them the hell out of your circles, out of your lives. And again, if you happen to run into them, you be professional. That doesn't mean you have to do a damn thing with them, period.
You're right.
But
And
go ahead.
no, well, that you're absolutely right. But see, it's hard to do that. I'm getting a lot of feedback from your thing. It's hard just to walk away and not, you can only take so much. And when you start having feelings for your friends, and they're dealing with the same stuff that you've been dealing with from let's say the same people or people back east, it doesn't matter. It gets to a point where I want to be the helper, and that's what happened today. It just got to a boiling point. I was in a very, very sensitive spot, and I cried like a big blubbering baby because I'm just so tired of this bullshit bullying and bullies. That's all. I'm just tired of it. It wasn't looking for attention. I'm not here to
Right.
sabotage anybody. I'm just trying to, like, what, if you see me that, hey, this guy is like, maybe it is too bad out there. Maybe this bullying needs to stop. It's really affecting people. Maybe it's just him, but maybe there's thousands more that are feeling exactly what he's feeling. It's not healthy, and I don't want to quit. Nobody wants to quit, but it gets so tear jerking, like what happened today, that all you want to do is quit. And I know people say, well, that's what they want, or don't do it, stand up for yourself. And that's what I thought I did today. But I don't know if I went about it the wrong way by just venting, and venting turned into tears, and I was never angry. I would never, ever, ever bring up anybody's name. It's
I
from here to
will.
Mississippi.
I
Huh?
will. I will. And I'm going to put people on warning, okay? Because I am completely fed up with this crap. And again, dealing with it myself, it's like, okay, I know how hard it is to have to deal with the crap. But I'm much further in the field. I've been dealing with it for much longer than a lot of people, and I've had
Sure.
some of the best of the best. If they couldn't, completely make me crumble, nobody out there can. I mean, at this point, it's just I really don't care. But I feel like this stuff goes on behind the scenes because everybody is so damn scared to put out their opinion, and just been contacted by people today who all they tried to do was stand up for people who were being bullied, and in turn they were attacked. And look, we're talking being threatened. I mean, when you're getting being threatened, you're getting death threats and shit like that. Like that's we're taking it to a whole nother level. Are you serious? You're gonna get death threats over somebody's opinion? I mean, we don't all have to like each other. We don't have to whatever people say. I'm fake every single day. I mean, there's so much crap out there about me. If I let it all affect me, I would not even be here right now.
Well,
It would have
why?
pushed me over the edge a long time ago.
Okay, so look, you have 500,000 followers and such, and you have people watching you right now. Why can't someone do this? You cover up the little camera. Only your voice will show. Come on here right now and tell us if you're being. I mean, I don't want to feel like I'm the only victim. I'm not crying like I'm a big baby. But if it's you, just cover up the camera and speak and let us know it's not just happening here in California, wherever you're at, because maybe you have the answer to where we can do something to ignore it or just let it go. Instead of just listening to this, just cover up the camera. Nobody knows who you are and speak. I mean, you got to let us know or let me know that, hey, you know what, it's happening here too. And maybe you have the answer. Maybe you can help me. You know.
Oh, I'm looking at the comments, and there's absolutely a lot of people. I'm gonna have to. There's so many. Like we got some chatters in there tonight. They're all
Right.
just in there going at it in the chat room. So the thing is again, there's different positions that we play. So for those that aren't brave enough or they can't take the pressure of being attacked, I mean, because again, this isn't like you just have an opinion on one person, because as soon as you put that opinion out, all their friends are going to attack you.
Right.
If I
Right.
was to go out right now we already know this to be true because it's happened on a few shows lately. In fact, the show that we did on Mr. Unsolicited, private part pick guy, he
Right.
ended up, he got so much flack from people who watched the show and were messaging him and messaging his wife and talking to everybody he knew. I mean, boy, I'm telling you, I thought I was good, but they got me beat, my listeners. And so whatever they did, he finally came out and made a public apology on his group page.
Right.
Now, it was kind of stupid. See, I mean, again, there's not a whole lot of like sense in this field sometimes that the people are in it, but he had just threatened that he was going to sue me and the radio show for slander and defamation. Let me put it out there because I've also seen a few other posts of people saying that they're going to sue.
Good luck
with that. Good luck, because first of all, slander and defamation, you have to prove that what they're saying is not true or factual. And even if it's not factual, if they believe it to be true or believe it to be factual and they are sharing their opinion on it, that is not actionable. Now, an attorney might take your $10,000 and they might send a cease and desist, which somebody will, a real hater like me, I would take it and set it on fire, and I'd say, go ahead, come serve me, let's go, let's
Yep.
see what you're about, because I've done it many times. I still haven't been sued, but hey, if they want to try it, by all means, go for it.
Everybody loves to sue. Everybody, it's like, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. How about if you just pick up your recorder and go investigate and get me some answers? I mean, come on. It's just, it's so silly.
That's true. Or they keep it up, and in 2 weeks, I have planned to do another show on this.
Oh, we are? I mean, you are?
Yeah. I decided, and I think it may even be a 3-hour show, to be actually honest, because I really want. I kind of have to do these sometimes in 2 parts because, like, we have to talk about it, and then I really want the response from the listeners and stuff. So I want to do a second part to this, and I want to do a 3-hour show because we're going to be also joined by Vanessa Hogel, and she's like my counter sister. She's like the redhead and I'm the fiery Italian, and we're going to put you, the little Italian, in the middle, and we're just going to we all think about, the same way. But we're going to discuss this, and we want to invite anybody who is being bullied. By the time that show starts, if you are being bullied, if you're getting death threats, now mind you,
death threats. I can't. You know what? It's so. You know what? Doesn't that just make you want to just like, you know what? Are you fucking serious? Over paranormal death threats.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this whole thing to me is ridiculous. Everybody's making it such a big deal. Just everybody just go to your corners and just go do what you do. Everybody's so worried about what everybody else is doing. Everybody feels they're in competition with everybody. And you know what? Most of the time, that's why those people fail.
Yeah,
It's
I
because
agree.
they're so consumed by the competition of it and who's going to look better and who's going to get a TV show and who's you know what, for me again, I guess that's why they can't really threaten me. I don't care. I don't want a TV show. Like, I don't want to have I don't want to do any of that. I want to do exactly what I do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and factually,
Well,
period.
I'll say this: I've already hit the top. I got to work with you, Miss Christina George. So that's it. I don't want no TV show. I got the best number one radio show that I can work with you. That's it. Now I just want to investigate and get
Yep,
answers, and that's all I want to do.
next. That's
That's it.
and that's next. And that's what we need to get back to, was stop being so damn competitive with everybody. But again, that's in the virtual world. We're in the reality of the paranormal world, and it's like World War III in here right now, and nobody seems to be able to get along. Everybody wants somebody to choose a side. I'm just going to put everybody on notice. If you message me over this bull and you ask me, because I know everybody involved, if you ask me to take sides, or you're going to delete me, or you even think that I should take sides, don't send that message, because you're going to get immediately blocked. Just right off the bat, I'm not even going to say nothing to you. You're just going to be blocked, and that's it. I don't care. I am so tired. But I will tell you, if I get factual information, screenshots of what's going on, and it's legit, and because again, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm a victim," but I've seen screenshots of them going back and forth and being pretty damn mean themselves and evil and threatening. So, you can't be the pot calling the kettle black, and then all of a sudden somebody has some harsher words that sting a little more, and now all of a sudden you're the victim. If you're going tit for tat, then hey, you need to figure this out. You need to stop fueling the fire, or you need to step back. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't got time, to be doing all that. But if I see that you're actually bullying, or you're actually threatening, or your friends are threatening, please believe on that next show, I don't care. I'm going to lose a whole lot of people that night, and I'm going to add a whole bunch more that are on the waiting list, because they're all going out there. Because what are you going to do? Ban me from the event circuit? Maybe, but that's only a few people. I got plenty more people that do the conferences that I cover their stuff. I'm not worried about them. And even if absolutely nobody, even if I got a reputation, like, well, I kind of already do, but even if I got the reputation of like, oh, don't invite her because she'll call out all the drama and the craziness that goes out on these at the conferences, that's probably pretty accurate. So if you
Right.
got a bunch of shenanigans going on, usually if I reveal my own shenanigans live on the air, I absolutely should be able to put everybody else out there if
Wow.
they're out there in the public doing shenanigans.
So I guess you're the wrong person to kind of piss off, because you have like 700,000 viewers, and it only takes 5 minutes to. Wow, I'd hate to be on your bad side. That's for damn sure.
But that's why I have to be very careful, or I try to be very careful of
Yeah.
who I go after and who I expose, because again, like, once I put that out there and people think they're sticking up for me,
Yeah.
like, I have no control over what they're going to say or might do.
Sure.
I've known that people have said that after they came after me, they got hacked, and all these different things. I didn't do it, and
Yeah.
I don't even know if somebody that follows me, because I don't know all the listeners.
Right.
So,
Right.
I have to be careful sometimes too, because I mean, I didn't expect Mr. Sending out there to get the kind of backlash that he did, and that was the number one thing that everybody recognized me for up in Virginia City, was that show, of all things.
Are we talking Florida? Are we talking
No,
about or the
the private
oh that guy
exposure.
you got that? Yeah. Oh yeah. That's well that was a great show and well they all are. So
Mm.
well I don't think there's that you're not going to solve anything. We weren't here to solve anything. I was hoping somebody would have jumped on. Somebody just cover this up. We don't know who you are and just say you know what. You don't mention any names because that's not right, and you don't want to mention any teams. That's not right either. That's not cool. But are you being bullied too? It would have been nice for someone just to grab some and go like this and say, yeah, hi, yeah, this is Vanessa or whatever my name is, and da 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 da. But I guess not. So I guess I'm the only one. I'm all by myself, the lone wolf. Ooh.
You're absolutely not. And I mean, again, you're not seeing any of the
I'm not,
comments
no, I'm not seeing anything. I don't have that in front of me. And you're frozen.
saying that we keep freezing.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Can you see me now?
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, you froze for like 20 seconds. No big deal.
Okay.
You still look great. Don't worry about it. Your hair looks nice. Go ahead.
Kenneth is saying, keep the preaching coming. Joe says that all the freezing must be an alien probing. Oh Lord.
God, it could be. Wait, it could.
No probing.
Ooh, what was that? Ooh.
All right. Let me see. Can't hear or see. Oh, they're telling Joe to refresh. Okay. Um, Ellen says, or when you confront someone off social media, and then they bring it all to social media. Well, again, I keep trying to tell people, like, you can't trust everybody. You got to be careful of what information you share via private messages or on your page. Because again, you have this private conversation, and this field is very well known for discussing the drama behind the scenes that's going on. It's like a freaking soap opera reality show, and everybody's like all private chatting. Like there's groups and like private group chats that people
Exactly.
have added me to where they're talking about all of the drama, right? And I'm just like, are you guys serious? Like this is where you go. So, and that's exactly what they do. Oh, she wants to call me out. Oh, she's lying. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll just put out the screenshots. Look,
Oh
I'm
shit.
telling you, you'll get called out in a heartbeat in this field. They do not care, just like I don't care anymore. A lot
Right.
of people are at that point, and that's what I said is, each time it happens, each time you get a new hater, each time you get somebody that hate you and they don't even know you, have never even been to your page, don't know anything in the background about what's happening. They just saw that somebody they know doesn't like you
Oh,
and
and then
they
that's
don't like
it.
you. And it's
That's
a done
it.
deal.
It's a
So,
done. Yeah.
I've had so many people who have like over the years have blocked or deleted me, and then I've run into them. They've seen me at a conference or at an event, and they'll say, "Oh my God, you're so nice. I can't even believe that anybody would put that stuff out." Well, I mean, that's the thing is people don't even take the time to get to know me. I mean, yes, am I a very, very nice person? I think so. I try to be good. I try to help people. I would give the last dollar to somebody if they, needed it. That's just who I am.
Hmm.
But do I have that flip bitch side?
Oh,
100%.
absolutely.
100%. And in the beginning, I tried all this, the love and light, I mean, it's
Yeah.
all great and shit. I mean, yes, I love everybody. I love you guys. I really do. But
Right.
when we come to
But
this field, it's like, I feel like I'm just walking out being a liar when I say, oh, love and light, and I love you. No, I don't. I
right.
can't stand some of you guys sometimes. When I
Well,
hear
that's
the
how
shit
I.
that comes out your mouth, I'm like, what am I doing being friends with this person?
Well, that's the same thing as me. I try to pass along the PPP thing that I've been rolling with, and professional positive people. And yes, there is. I'm very nice, but there's also a side of me where come on, we all have this other side. Like, don't piss me off because I don't want to be that person where I'm like, okay, I'll meet you at the railroad track. I'm 50 years old. Let's just forget about it. Let's just not look at each other. Let's just investigate, take care. We just won't say nothing to each other and call it a day. Because there's always a flip side. Everybody has like an anger side. I could get angry just like anybody else, but I choose, I choose to just be positive, you know. Because I have tattoos all over my body doesn't mean that I'm a badass. It just means that I love tattoos and I love the pain, but it's just, I just feel if you don't get along with somebody, you just move on, at least try to move on and just investigate. And if you know they're going to be there, you just don't go there. If they're going to be an event, you just don't go there. Why cause trouble? And that's what I've chosen. I haven't gone to a lot of events because there's some people that just hate me. They just hate me and it sucks. So I just don't go because I don't want to be put in a situation where I'm mad.
I hope they hate me. I don't even care. I don't even care if people aren't going to take the time to at least
Get to
even
know
get
me.
to know.
Yeah.
Then screw you. I don't care if you like me or not. To be absolutely honest, I just don't care. To me, you're not important. I mean, none of these people are paying my bills. None of these people are taking care of me. If you think that you're making money if you're going to say be at an event, you're
bullshit.
sadly mistaken. It's
shit.
for exposure, and they just give you the opportunity to be able to be there and speak. But again, even doing that, you will get a lot of haters just because of the fact you're doing. Oh, hold on, we got Vanessa. She's coming on. I see her beautiful, my little fiery redhead.
Oh shit!
Hey!
There she is.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck if anyone can see my face. I don't care. Sorry, I had to download the app in order to be able to do this.
Yeah. Okay, well, now you're hooked up. Now you're all set, and so when we do the show in 2 weeks, we know everything's going to work out just fine. And see, you're right in the middle, George. So you're right where you'll be for that show.
Pimp sandwich. Pimp sandwich. Oh my stars. Okay, hey.
Talk to us.
Now,
hey, you started this. You started this, and I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You know what? I don't mind being a trendsetter when it's for something good. And I'm going to explain to people why I did that. In the live feed that I did, I was talking about the post that Michelle LeBaron had put up and how it really hit close to home. And I have reasons for that. I mean, some people know this. I mean, I've been a little bit public about it, but not too terribly much. I've had the same stalker for going on 3 years. I've had the same person slandering me, bad-mouthing me all over social media, not just Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, everything else. And you want at first to kind of sit back and just say, okay, it's going to go away. It's going to go away. All's right with the world. Yeah. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, it don't fucking go away. Right. And I had
real quick. I see that you're in the chat room. I love you. Send me one of your new shirts and I'll promote it.
Oh, did you hear about the one I'm going to do? It says my pair of balls are bigger than yours. True story. They're all doing this on my chest.
Oh my God, I love it.
But I mean, for real, when my last book was getting ready to come out, I was posting reviews of previous books of mine. And this woman was on one of the reviews. I wasn't paying attention. I was going through and screenshotting my reviews. Okay. So I posted all on social media, getting, drumming up interest. And lo and behold, the next thing I know, this person who's not on my friends list, I don't have nothing to do with them. And all of a sudden, my posts are screenshot off of my page and posted on hers with a bunch of lies about me.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, fuck, no, you did not. Don't make me become a bitch.
I love it.
I had to. I became a bitch and I let loose. I posted everything that I'd held on for 2 years, the marriage proposal from her boyfriend, everything. I posted every fucking bit of it and I'm like, what? What?
Right.
You want to play? You want to play, bitch? Let's play. And I'm sorry. You know what? Not another fucking word.
Wow. There you go.
I mean, sometimes you have to. Here's the thing, and I said this.
Let me ask you a question.
I said this in other live feeds, and I'll say it in this one: is I will defend anybody as long as they're defending themselves. I'm not going to go to bat for someone that isn't going to go to bat for themselves. If I don't expect out of anybody else what I wouldn't expect out of myself. If I have done wrong to somebody, I admit it. I'm like, damn, I'm a fuck up. Check out what I did. You know?
Right.
But on that same turn, I expect the same.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
let me ask
yeah,
you a quick question. Is all right. I put up the little video live feed today of basically just losing my
yeah.
scruples, very upset, and a man to cry, blah blah blah. I got good feedback. I wasn't looking for feedback. Have you ever gotten to that point where I was today, where
Oh, yeah.
where I'm just
But
like, it just hurts, and I just got to a point where I've been trying to protect other people, and then something came back triggered that happened to me a year and a half ago with an individual, and it all came back to me, and I just basically lost my head. And you were there, you listened to me today. Thank you for your feedback, but
you're welcome.
I just want to say thank you. But
Welcome to
didn't you?
being an empath in this field.
No
Yeah.
fucking shit. But you were
I
there though.
have
So
been there.
okay, so when I did that as a guy, real quick, and I'll shut up. Is you were there, so I shouldn't feel so shitty about it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
Not at
Okay,
all.
no,
okay,
it isn't about being male or female. It's about being human,
okay, okay, cool. I
you
appreciate
know,
And
that.
being
and
empathic again, you're getting all of those emotions. I mean, eventually, if you're not letting all that go, it's going to spew out. I mean, and you'll start to learn again. You're trying to work on your abilities. All these different things are going on, and you have to learn to start meditating more and releasing all of this stuff,
mhm.
because otherwise, either it's going to come out as sadness and you're going to cry, or you're going to be so mad that it's going to be like diarrhea of the mouth, or a volcano. You're just going to explode, and you're not even going to be thinking about what you're saying. It's
It's
just
just
going to come out, and then it's like after it's out, you're going to be like, oh, did
right.
I just say that? But
Exactly.
what
Well, did I say anything today? Did I say anything today that? And I haven't really gone back to it yet because I don't want to. It's too upsetting for me to see myself cry. But did I say anything that was really extremely wrong? Did I say
no.
any?
No,
Mm-mm.
Okay, because
no.
I
And you
haven't.
didn't call anybody out either by name. I mean, you put out a situation that's going on. And again, people see things differently. If whatever, put it out. But again, the constant going back and forth. I mean, this is what our field has degraded to, unfortunately. So
Mhm.
what we have to do again is that we need to try to get rid of these people in our lives first of all, and in our circles, and
Mhm.
don't associate them. But again, if you do run into them, you have to be professional. But the other thing is that we have to start having a voice. We have to start calling these people out if it gets this bad, because again, if we don't say anything and we just block them all out, that's fine. But what they do is they just move on to the next person, and they
Mhm.
move on to
Well,
the
and
next person.
Christina, I'm going to say the same thing I said in my live feed, and I mean this. And I would this needs to happen. I need to be held to the same standards of what I'm getting ready to say. To those who are having paracons, to those who are having events, to anyone who was responsible for bringing multiple people in to act as representatives of the paranormal union, so to speak, of all of us, they need to be held accountable. They need to be held responsible for how they allow themselves to be manipulated. Okay, if you have people that are out there that are saying that are going around spreading rumors or whatever, whether it's about me, about you, about George, about anybody, if you have people spreading rumors trying to get people blocked from doing certain things, those who are running those events need to be held accountable. Why is there no communication? Why don't anyone from those events contact the party in question and say,
At
hey,
least,
can you
for the other
verify,
side,
confirm, or deny this?
right?
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to at least be able to get the other side, and I completely agree. And I mean, again, I mean, I just foresee, and this has nothing to do with being psychic, but I foresee that there are going to be many more shows in the future dealing with, these are all different, separate things that, topics that we do need to look at, because there are people that are going through your friends list and trying to trash you to people. There,
Mhm.
people that you're working with, emails. I mean, I even had family members and friends who I'd been with, for over 30 years contacted and trashed too, So, I mean, there's just so much that's going on to this, but I've got to go to the next guest and topic, but I do want to put it out there. As I said, 2 weeks from tonight, join Vanessa, George, and myself, and I'm putting people on notice. If you continue the bullying, if you continue trying to ruin other people's careers, if you can, if you can't see past things and you're actually doing things to sabotage other people, I will find out, and you will on that show be called out. I know, in fact, I know right now that a lot of people who this applies to are seeing this, but just in case they aren't, we've got a lot of people that are in the chat room right now. Please make sure to share this stream. All right. I've put it in all across in groups everywhere and on the show pages, but I want you guys to put it on your pages on everywhere. 2 weeks from now, people. And if you've been the recipient of this kind of behavior and you've been attacked and you're having problems, this is going to be your chance to step up, have a platform, come and tell your story. We've all told ours. We all have similar situations. You're not alone. But you know what? You've got our support, but we need you to fight alongside us, not for us to fight for you.
Because exactly.
That's very important.
Very important.
You cannot contact me or any of us and say, oh, hey, somebody's attacking me. I need you to go and, I'm known for like taking the forefront and, going and say, Vanessa, you too, if it's somebody close to you or you feel you need to. But I need you people to join and unite with us to put a stop to this, because you know what? Once you start and you have enough people behind you, they're going to stop. They're going to quit. And you know what? And even if they don't quit, you just don't listen eventually anymore. And you move on to bigger and better things. And you make a better group of people. And you deal with those until they turn. And then you recycle. It's just like, look of it as like recycling life. And learn something from each time so that you don't repeat it in the future. And sometimes you can't foresee what's going to happen. So you just roll with it. But if this is, and for most of us, this is not a hobby. This isn't just a simple interest. This is our life, and we're doing it to help other people. So we cannot let anybody run us out of these fields, period, no matter what they do.
They ought to take it real quick. I know you got to go, but Vanessa and yourself and myself, why would you not want to go to battle with us? And I don't want to call it a battle, but you have three strong people who definitely are there to listen and try to help, because we all need each other. And I just met Vanessa, and I strongly feel that I'm in safe hands. I'm ready, and of course, Christina, you know that too. I got nothing but highest respect and love. But Vanessa,
that's right. At least my ego isn't getting blown up. I get to share it, because he tries to blow my ego up every time I have to pop my head.
But Vanessa, I know you got to go, and I wish you did. But Vanessa, her live feed was, it just fired me up, and she's 100% warrior, 100% warrior. And I would always and every day would go side by side, not behind you. I'd side by side to go into any location with you and fight. And I'm
Thank you.
Absolutely. I think you're a star. So there you go.
Thank you very much. I truly do appreciate that. I really do. And I tell you what, as far as the egos and stuff goes, fuck, me and Christina are sitting here with no fucking makeup on. We don't give a shit.
But you both are,
that's for sure.
You both are beautiful. Stop it.
Oh, thank you.
Right, I love you. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And I will see you on the show in 2 weeks, but I'll be talking to you before that, as always.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Good night now. Thanks, Vanessa.
All right, George. So now we're getting to the second. You're welcome to stay if you like. I think that our next guest is a great way to end this. We started out with the paranormal bullying, and we're going to do the second part of the show with it being about paranormal and protection.
I love it. And you know what? I can't wait. And I can't wait to hear this. I'm excited. So we'll put the bully, all the other stuff, it's in the past. Now it's about, this is important. I want to hear, this is going to be so awesome.
It absolutely is. And, let me just tell you a little bit about the guest tonight before I bring her on. And her name is Steph Brady. Now, she's actually a paranormal investigator. She's been doing it for a little over 6 years now. And she's always had an emphasis on protection and cleansings, right?
Awesome. Awesome.
Too important. Like, I talk about this all the time. It's
Every
so
morning. We talk
important.
about it all the time during
Yes.
coffee. I
So
love
what
it.
a great, person to get in contact with.
Right.
She says she wanted to be able to help and reach more people, as some folks have no one with any knowledge to help them with their issues. So to further compound the problem, they're scared of judgment from other people. They're embarrassed, or they just ignore the problem, hoping it will go away. Furthermore, without proper guidance or education, they run the risk of making the problem worse, or at best, it stays the same. They are scared a lot of times and oppressed, and out sprang her company, Paranormal Angel Spiritual Cleansing Kits. She provides three choices, in which has a cleansing that she developed, tried, and tested herself. She has protection items such as prayers, crystals, metals, and most importantly, education. The most crucial part about her business, and I really like this, is that she doesn't just sell the kits and leave you. She makes herself available. So if you have any questions, you need more information, you need her to go through the cleansings, or you need support of what she's going through. Once you're her client, you're important to her. And what I love about this is she actually sent me a kit myself so that I could check it out, and I got it when I came back. And I will tell you, like, I send so many people. I used to make baskets together, but then I started doing the cleansings myself. So I just do all the stuff. And anybody that I know that are looking for stuff, I usually send them to certain metaphysical stores or online stores and stuff. If I would have known Steph before this, boy, oh boy, I would be sending everybody. But tonight, I want you to make sure that if you're in the paranormal field, and I'm going to bring her on as I'm finishing this on, if you are in the paranormal field and you are investigating, or you're doing any kind of taking on clients, trying to do cleansings, things like this show is for you. You want to hear this one. And if you're looking for somewhere to get a kit, this is exactly where you need to go. I'm definitely endorsing her. A lot of amazing stuff. And after the show, you'll be able to go to the show page, and I'm going to post pictures of the whole kit, everything that's included, along with the all the promotional material. And definitely get at her and give her the message that you heard about her on the show, so that we can kind of see how much we can filter over her way. But it's definitely someplace that I would refer my friends to. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, Steph. So happy to have you here.
You. It's glad to be here. Thank you.
All right. So, let's start off a little bit of, how you got into the paranormal, why you got into paranormal investigating, and, kind of walk us through I know we talked a little bit on your bio, but, how then you started your business.
I got into it because when I was in college, I had a boyfriend that died. For the 3 nights after he died, I'd awaken and there'd be a white mist in front of me. And I'd get up and try and move to one side, it would move in front of me, et cetera, et cetera. I just assumed that was him. And then, that piqued my interest in the paranormal. And it was funny because I was talking to a medium friend of mine, and she saw a face on the pillow next to me when I was talking to her. And she said, "Does he have a red hat?" And I said, "I couldn't place him." But then she said, "He really loves you and he never leaves you." And it was the way she described him, the boyfriend that had
That's
died.
awesome.
Yeah,
God,
it is.
that's amazing. It just, I got a little bit of chills because it's just listening to your voice. It's just, I'm already being drawn to you, and I'm excited. I'm just excited to hear you chat.
Yeah, yeah. So I took 30 years off to raise my kids. And then once the last one had left, then I started going after my passions, which was paranormal. And
That's
I've been
awesome.
doing that ever since. So cleansing's real important to me and protection. I've just seen and I've experienced, not doing it myself. When I was in the early stages, doing religious provocation, which I should never have done. And but someone was encouraging me, and then instantly getting ill in the middle of the investigation. I was not able to leave the couch for 4 days, so that taught me a huge lesson. And that's when I started getting into the cleansing and the protection aspect of it.
Well, I completely agree. I mean, I've been saying forever, especially to not only just the new investigators, but even the seasoned investigators. I've
Right.
noticed, especially over the last 15 years when I've been investigating in the public eye, and I've investigated with so many individuals and so many groups that it's very rare that I see anybody try to do any kind of grounding and meditation, any type of protection, period, whether it be prayers or smudging themselves or just anything in general. It's been really kind of crazy when I see that. And
Right.
over the years, I've ended up having a lot of people go from a investigator to one of my clients because they've ended up having something come home with them and they don't know how to get rid of them.
Right.
So let's talk about how important protection is if we're going to be investigators or just in general, actually.
It's extremely important. I mean, I always start with lately the grounding of the feet in the earth, and then I do the paranormal bubble, and then I do the smudging. And then even that with all the protection and everything, I mean, you still occasionally get something that comes home with you. So I can't even imagine what it's like if you don't do anything. That's what
Yeah,
scares me. I mean, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I had something come home with me, in fact, a couple of weeks ago. And not something, probably about 3 or 4. Something told me to do EVPs in the house. I did it. There was about 3 or 4. And so I had to do an extensive cleansing of my house. And that's when I had done all the protection. So, like I say, I can't even imagine what it's like if people don't do anything.
Yeah. And
For
I
the
mean, we know a lot of again people who aren't doing any kind of protection, and I think that a big part of it too is that there really is
they
no
don't know how.
education,
They don't know
right? There
how.
Yeah,
is no education in this field. It's not like you come and you sign up for the paranormal and they give you a paranormal manual on what
right.
you can do and the rules and what you shouldn't do. No, it's just like a free for all. It's like whatever you think might work, just try it. It's like all research. We'll just experiments.
Yeah,
And
people are led into it because of the paranormal TV shows, but not one shows protection or cleansing. So
Absolutely
it's
true.
exactly
all the glamour of it
right.
that they come in.
And
You're,
we get a lot of TV.
It's no glamour.
Yeah,
you're
well,
right.
exactly. There is no glamour, and that's the reality. Is anybody who's been doing it for a long time, it's glamorous when you first start because like
Right,
everything is so amazing to you. You're like, oh my gosh, did you hear that? Oh my gosh, did you see that? And you're capturing all this evidence, and it's just the adrenaline's pumping through you. And then after you've done it for 5, 10 years, the it kind of wears off a little bit. It's like, okay, yeah, we always get an EVP or two. We always used to get a picture.
right,
It's like it's not like you've caught like that absolute apparition and we have the definite proof. Everybody's on that quest right now. It's like it's like the hunt for the most famous diamond. Somebody's trying to get it
right,
and be the superstar. But unfortunately, a lot of the ways that they're doing it by using Ouija boards, by doing different witchcraft rituals to try to summon in demons and different things, we get a lot of that. And I know that you've actually gotten some EVPs over your time investigating that
right.
were very compelling as well. So you go up against these kind of things, and when you walk into a location or a residence, you really don't know what you're walking into.
No, you have no idea. I mean, we went through a house a few weeks ago that it turned out that there was voodoo. I mean, granted, it was 100 to 200 years ago, but there had been voodoo practiced on that. And that's scary to me, number one. And number two, I wish I'd known before because if you do a cleansing from that, that's not going to do any good whatsoever.
Well, how do you?
And it,
I'm just because I'm green to, let's say, what you're saying. I I did the cleansing, and I've done, I ground myself. Maybe for some, because you're right. A lot of people, they watch TV shows and you don't see what's going on, and you're right. You
Right.
see all this other crap. But the
Yeah.
most important thing is meditation and grounding yourself. Isn't that the most important
Exactly.
thing?
It
So
is number one.
what would be step one? I mean, for the people that say that, like, what are you guys talking about? Because you're great at what you do. How would you ground yourself? What's the most easiest way to ground yourself?
Visualization, definitely. You just close your eyes and visualize
Right,
your feet becoming tree roots and grounding into going down beneath the earth. That's the best way that I've found.
right. So like
Because they,
surround yourself. Like I'll surround myself. Like I'm not. Look, I don't even know if I'm doing it right. But like you
yeah,
said, I'll stand and I'll be telling that I'm rooting to the ground or to the earth itself.
that's
And then
perfect.
is that right? And like I'm going
That is
into the.
perfect.
Okay, so I'll
Yeah,
I'll stand wherever I'm at and I close my eyes and I tell people to leave me alone. Some people get mad at me because what's
yeah,
wrong with him? No, I'm just grounding myself. Miss
right.
Christina George and my wife actually taught me what to do. But then it comes to I pretend that I'm surrounding myself with this protection of white light.
That's
Is that
perfect.
correct? Or
That is
is it?
perfect. That's what I do with the Christ light coming down from the heavens and
Yes.
completely surrounding you and encompassing you.
Okay.
That's
So then,
perfect.
okay, so would that be good enough? And then when you're all done after the investigation, I guess just smudge yourself, or is there more? What am I missing?
I generally smudge myself and people before. There's a way if it's clockwise, you're bringing in the positive energy.
Okay.
So I do it clockwise to bring in the positive energy. And if it's counterclockwise, you're taking out the negative.
Okay, and
But
you should probably do that even after investigations,
I
right?
think before and after.
It won't
Yeah.
hurt you. It's almost
No,
better. There you go.
absolutely. And I
And the
use
same thing too is you can, also for, a lot of people who don't want to smudge. I mean, there's multiple different ways that, you can do it. Again, I have a denomination group, so we got all kinds of
right,
practices. But you can just as easily, you can just go and kind of brush yourself off, and you can say that
exactly.
anything that is, that is negative, anything that that is here cannot come home with me. The
Right.
thing is that if you don't say that they can't come, they can
You have to
absolutely follow you home.
you have to make sure though that you include your equipment in there
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
right,
I
because
right.
didn't
they
know
can
that.
attach to your equipment as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
See, I didn't know that. Wow.
And
yeah.
one thing, I use Palo Santo. You don't need to light it for it to work. And it's much stronger than sage. Sage takes out the negativity, and you have to put an intention back in. Palo Santo, on the other hand, takes out the negative, but also inputs positivity back into the room.
Wow. God, I'm learning. This is awesome. Thank you, Miss
Margaret,
George.
Kimmy Lopez is saying, yes, that's what I do with people when I don't know their faith. And that is one thing I'll say, because over the years, I also learned, again, I grew up in a Catholic background, but
Right.
I don't
So
follow
I,
Catholicism anymore. Do I still use holy water? Yes. And my clients are Catholic and believe in that. Absolutely. I have different ways of doing cleansings
mhm,
depending on what their belief system is and their religious beliefs. Because
right.
if you are atheist, and I walk in saying some prayers and throwing around some holy water, as good as it will sound, they're not going to believe in it and it's not going to work. And so
Yeah.
then they're going to be calling me back saying, hey, how come your situation didn't work? But I like the fact that, something important that you stressed with me at the beginning when you reached out to me was the fact that, once they become a client and they purchase something from you, you make yourself available if they have questions.
Exactly.
There's not like you're just buying a kit and you just read the instructions, and if it doesn't fit for what you're doing, that, oh crap, now what do I have to do? I'm lost. They can actually call you up and get some advice, and I absolutely love that. And I do want to talk about what is included in your kits, because I was shocked at the amount of stuff that is in your kit. I mean, absolute things that I would put in my or have in my own kit,
Right.
but usually when I see like a lot of the metaphysical stores or people online that are selling, it's far less than what you had. I mean, yours is like somebody wants like a complete cleansing kit, like yours is there, along with like telephone support. So that's even better.
Yeah, because they don't. These folks, I don't believe a lot of them have a lot of support. Um, they're reaching out to me. I'm kind of their last hope. I feel. They're embarrassed. They don't want to tell their family and friends. They're oppressed. They're angry, and like I said, they're reaching out to me. So I need to be there for them.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
All right. So what can people expect if they order a kit? What all's in there?
I put in holy water. I believe in really knocking it out of the park. I put in holy oil, anointing oil, Palo Santo, and salt. And I use salt from the Dead Sea. I just feel that it has that extra oomph to it. Um, in the big kit, I'm going to describe the big kit. The smaller kit, it has everything for a cleansing. It just doesn't have as many of the bells and whistles. But the larger kit, they all have crystals in them. And they all have St. Benedict's metal, which I feel is an extremely strong metal. It is the one, in fact, they use for exorcisms in the church, Catholic Church. And then I think lots of crystals, protection crystals, and abalone shell, feather, and tons of education. Because I
Oh
believe
my God! How
education
big is
is
the
the
basket?
key.
How big is the basket? I mean,
It's
Yeah,
big.
I'm
It's vast.
sold.
kind of
I,
big.
yeah,
I'm
I'll
sold.
post the pictures afterwards. I mean, it's a pretty good size, basket. And I mean, it came in this huge box, and it was all nice and packed, so nothing was broken or anything. Because how UPS just tosses everything around.
Yeah,
And
exactly. It's a
so
smaller one, but this one's a smaller one, but I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, this is the smallest kit I have.
So in the blue bottle, so I know one is a holy water, correct?
Right.
And
And
what's
one is the anointing oil.
gotcha? Okay.
And then we have the salt here.
And there's directions how to, and you put direction. I'm
Oh
asking.
yeah, there's a full cleansing with directions on it. I mean, they're easy directions too.
Right.
They can go and do it themselves. It's not complicated whatsoever.
Okay.
But it has been tried and tested, and it is strong. It does work.
Huh. Okay. No, you sold. I'm listening. I'm intrigued because we go out to a lot of investigations, and we need that, and it's
Right.
good to have. And like you're telling me, I think for sure. I hope everybody's listening that you need to do this because you're less risk of having attachments. Not that you're not going to have attachments, but it's
Right.
a less risk of having because you don't want to be attached. Everybody's like, oh, I want to be have an attachment. No, you don't.
No.
No, you
No, you
don't.
don't.
That's
No.
silly. So
Yeah, it
you've
really
definitely
is.
sold me. I totally love it.
Thank
Well,
you.
I get so many people that contact me all the time from all over the world, and so a lot of times people don't have, I get people in rural areas, get people from, different places, and they're like, well, they don't have like a local metaphysical store.
Right.
Right.
So then I have to try to find something online. And I really have a problem with that because if you don't know the quality of like their crystals and, of everything that they have there, it's hard to be able to send somebody and say, oh, I recommend this place or I
Right.
recommend, these stones. For me, I'm really picky. So I
Yeah.
usually, if worst case scenario, I go to my local metaphysical store that I go to and then I'll buy everything and then they'll give me the money. I'll buy everything and then ship it to them. But it's so much easier when somebody who actually has a company for this. And I mean, this is I don't know why I didn't hear about you sooner. But again, these are special finds. I think like when I run across stuff like this, people just reach out to me and say, hey, I've got this
Yeah.
project. I'm like, hey, absolutely, this would be a perfect topic for the show. And again, the crystals that were in this basket, again, I've got pictures of it and I'll post them, but the crystals alone are amazing. And just the whole kit, how it was set up was just, I mean, if I was going to put together a kit, that's exactly
How you would
what
put
I
it
would
together?
have.
Right. Because you don't know,
So
for instance, some of these crystals could turn out to be glass. People just don't know. The holy water could just be someone pouring water from a tap in there.
Right.
Unless you get a good, reputable place, you just don't know
You're absolutely
what you're
right.
getting. And you could be
Huh.
spending a lot of money for crap,
Right.
pretty
yeah,
much.
absolutely. And Kelly Hopkins is saying Steph is a beautiful person. I'm sure she appreciates that.
Thank you, Kelly.
So yeah, again, for people going out, because I get, especially like a lot of the, well, I'm not even going to say the younger generation, because even some of the older people, I'll ask them, like, when we go out, and I'm like, why aren't you protecting? Or they'll ask me, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm grounded and protected before I go in that place, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they're like always looking at me like I'm crazy, and they're like, oh, I've been doing this for 30 years and I've never had to worry about anything. And you know what? You're lucky.
Yeah.
But
Extremely
today
lucky.
you're with me, and it might be your final destination day luck, Friday the 13th type of luck.
Right.
And it might happen today.
Right.
So let's just protect now anyway.
Even Zach Bagans has had, what, 3 or 4 exorcisms done on him? I mean, no, I know.
He probably needs an exorcism, but no,
I agree.
I don't watch anything Zach Baggins. I need to have like a logo with his.
What? Why?
Right.
What's wrong? Come on. What's wrong with Zach? Come on.
Well, just because you love this show, that doesn't mean I have to. We just have to agree to disagree. See, people, I can agree to disagree. I'm not going to defriend and block my little friend George over here because he went on that stupid show. But that's all right. I still love you, George.
That's all right. I got you. Okay, let me ask you something about grounding yourself. I'm just like an idiot now. Do you feel, because I'm interested in your basket 100%, is grounding yourself every single day? Because every time you step out.
Yes, and meditating, grounding and meditating every day is something you should be doing.
Because I do meditate, and I do thank the person. I don't know if I'm below you, side by you, or of Christina George.
Right.
I do meditate every day ever since I went to Goldfield. She told me to do it, and I haven't stopped. But I don't ground myself every single day. And maybe
I think you should.
I think I should, because that's why I'm so damn sensitive. And Christina knows firsthand. Would that help me at all? Would that help me in my?
I think so.
Yeah.
Personally, I do it, and like I'm not an empath, but I have empathic. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'm not an intuitive, but I have great intuition. So in that case, I feel like I really need to ground myself every day.
I'm excited. I really am.
And being an empath, George, it's super, super important that you do that because, again, just the negativity that goes through with the paranormal field, there's negativity around you everywhere. And as your abilities strengthen, you'll start to find that, like, if you go to like a concert or to a busy mall, like you may feel all over the place. Like you might feel fine and you walk out and you just want to punch somebody right in the throat, and then you walk out and you're like, oh, wow, what the hell was that? Why did I feel that way? I feel great again. And you start to think like you're bipolar or schizophrenic and you don't know what the heck's going on. No, you are absorbing all of that energy, which is why on a daily basis, especially when you're at work, like, if you work around people and they're like pissed off people and you're trying to be a positive people, you'll suck in all that. And by the midday, you're pretty negative too. Now you just want to go and just talk a bunch of crap. So grounding and meditating every single morning and in the night before you go to bed so you can release all that stuff from the day is really like, as important as insulin is to a diabetic. It's for us to be able to make it around all the people and the energy that we are, especially nowadays. You really need to be grounded.
Well, there's so much negative inside the world now. This world is it's not getting any better. Look what's happening in Hawaii. Look at the stuff that you called 2 weeks ago about earthquakes. We had an earthquake days later. This world there's so much pressure. And I know, like I said, I can't stress enough. I'm excited to start this. I really am. Because
especially I think the bubble is important as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Personally.
Yeah, I believe you.
The more you become a sensitive, the more gifts you have, the more I feel you become like a beacon to the paranormal world, to the discarnates, to anything, the bad, to earthbound spirits, to anything. They're drawn to you. Right. And so therefore you do need some type of protection.
Well, I'm surprised I was even doing it correctly. I'm sorry, Christine, where when I was grounding myself, pretending I was a tree into the ground. And I didn't know if I was afraid to tell anybody because I didn't want to sound.
That's perfect.
I didn't want to sound silly because this part's all new to me. It's one thing just to go in.
You gotta ask. If you ask, you don't know. You don't ask.
No, you're absolutely right, and that's why I'll go into. I made the mistake for years by just going straight into Warrior Bound to just do paranormal investigations, and that's why I've been attacked. That's why stuff has happened to me, because I never did ground myself. So I totally believe what you're telling me tonight, and I just want to say again one more time, thank you. Sorry.
Oh, you're
Well,
welcome.
Kelly Hopkins from the chat room, she says, I am in the works of getting a basket from Steph myself. I listed off some certain stones I'm looking for, and Steph has been very helpful in lending me a hand. 2 of the stones I have been looking for are not exactly easy to get in my area without costing an arm and a leg. I might as well sell my kidney to the black market to order the stones I've been looking for. Steph has been the lady to introduce me. Stephanie has been the lady to introduce me to Steph, and I have nothing but positive, loving vibes from Steph. I hope you can learn these things from her. Yeah, again, it's a definite, testimonial of, just how you're affecting people. And again, I think that this is a great idea. I'm kind of mad I didn't think about it myself, but I'm too damn busy to do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I wouldn't be able to do all these shows. I'd just be way too busy. But I'm glad that there's somebody out there like you that, can do this and is doing this and providing, and again, not just the tools that they need to do the cleansings, but on top of it, the instructions.
That's important.
All right, because most people don't. Now, I do, and well, I guess I'll make these announcements in about 15 minutes till, because George and I are going to be working on some stuff that are going to be coming up to try to help the paranormal field. Because, again, one of my biggest pet peeves has always been, people being able to get training, to do things correctly so that they don't keep screwing things up and screwing up other people's lives as well as their own. There's just so many things, but how to use equipment correctly, how to ground and protect, all these different things. And again, now remember, it's important if you're going to be doing private cases, and should be common knowledge, but it's not. You really need to have like an intake questionnaire for your potential client. You need to know things that are going on. You need to know if they're on medication. They might be on psychiatric medicine. You need to know if there's a history of drugs, and if people don't want to answer these questions, that's usually a pretty good red flag anyway. If they're questioning, otherwise they just be like, no. Some people lie, but again, some people you'd be surprised. Some people are very honest about what's going on. But you also need to find out about any religious background or preference they have. Because again, if you have a Christian or a specific Catholic, a type blessing, and you go in and somebody doesn't, believe in that, or maybe they're Muslim or whatever, you have to have a backup. You have to have a generalized type of cleansing that you can use in those situations. For the most time, again, if people have a Christian or a Catholic or even Baptist or any of those types of religious backgrounds, you can go in and you can do the prayers and you can do the holy water and they'll be completely fine with it. But again, if you run into somebody who's an atheist, maybe a Scientologist, different things like that, they're going to be like, oh, hell no. Like, what are you bringing in some holy water for?
Yeah.
Believe me,
I never thought about that.
I have found this out the hard way. So again, all of the tricks of my trade are not like complete brilliance. It's called bumping my head and learning how to do it differently so that I could help more people. And, we don't want everybody to have to keep bumping their heads, because we got a lot of people that they don't bump their head and learn anything. They bump their head and they just keep bumping their head. And now it's not just like they're going out to a location that's known to be haunted and investigating. They're actually going into people's private homes that need help, and they have no idea what the hell they're doing. And I'm telling you, when I'm talking about calling out teams, if I find any more teams that are just going out and offering their services to private clients to go out and validate there's a damn ghost there, I'm going to start calling your out too, because that is driving me crazy. When our clients call us nowadays, they're pretty darn sure they've got something there. And if you validate it, you better have some advice on how you can help them. Don't walk away and say, "Oh yeah, we don't do that. We just validate." Then you need to stay the hell at a haunted location.
Oh, there's so many teams that have made it worse.
Yeah.
And then we had to come in and clean up their mess. And it's ridiculous. There's some to be said for, I mean, there's ghost hunters and then there's paranormal investigators. And I guess I get insulted when people call me a ghost hunter because to me, they're what you described. They just go in without any knowledge and investigate and then take off. And half the time, like I say, they leave the place in more of a mess than when they got there.
I've actually witnessed that by teams where they go in and do a private investigation. Oh yeah, you have a ghost here, and all right, well, thank you. Have a nice day.
Right.
What?
When
There's a lot more to do.
Created more activity.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, you're absolutely right. So it all comes together into one nutshell, where what you're providing is something that is needed 100% in investigations. Period.
And Sam, I need to add something though. I never thought about that. People might take offense to the holy water, but that's so true. So I'll need to add a kit now.
With no what?
I didn't even think about that too. But I mean, again, as an investigative team, I think that it's a good idea that they have all of these things, even if they don't do, themselves wouldn't do it. Again, they have the tools if they get a client that it's just like, I'm not a Scientologist or I'm not, an atheist, but I have to know how to help them as well. I can't say, oh, I'm sorry, you don't believe in the same religion I do, so I can't help you. You have to keep searching. I mean, it's
a great point.
Ridiculous.
So
I think it's a good complete kit no matter what. I think that, you have the white candles in there. You've got all the different things. I mean, again, an amazing kit that's put together very, very well. Pretty much everything that you had in there, including the Palo Santo, is all stuff that I have in my little kit as well. So it was great.
Yeah.
And
there's
it's a
big things that people know about the Palo Santo. Like you can actually take a stick of it, take your crystals that I send you, stick it in a Ziploc bag, zip it up, leave it there overnight, and it will cleanse the crystals. You don't even have to light it and smudge it.
Right. So well, Michael Phillips says, I watched Steph put these kits together, and she goes wholeheartedly with tender care on making them. So you will be getting top materials in your kit. Oh, and I completely agree. When I looked at it, and sometimes people, when they contact me and they want to come on the show and promote something, one of the things that they say is they'll tell me, oh yeah, can you promote this? And I'll always say, well, you know what? Send me a kit. Send me your product. Let me check it out. And again, because I'm not just going to put anything on my show, I feel like I need to know that this is something I want to promote and stand behind. And so sometimes I get stuff like I remember back in the day when they were sending me the damn Ghost Be Gone sprays and stuff to review. And I was just,
oh my gosh.
So I've got a lot of interesting, a lot of stuff I have not promoted or anything, but again, I look at a lot of things, and this is a great kit. And you have different size kits, correct? And different ways,
different sizes,
customized or whatever.
Right. I mean, they can just get the basic kit if they want. That's basically just a cleansing, a smaller metal, and one or two crystals. And then, like I say, the bells and whistles just go up with the middle one. You get a bigger metal and more crystals, and then you go up to the big guns. And I add the abalone shell and the feather and more crystals and more. And each one comes with an angel charm, so just a little. So it is. It's all about protection in my mind, and selling crystals out a lot.
I'm going to put, all your promotional stuff and the pictures of the basket I received. And I'm going to, for the next investigation I do, I'm going to actually use your kit, and I will do a little video, and George will do a video using it and doing a proper cleansing. But for people who are listening to the show right now, might not see the page later, if they want to contact you to check out your prices or what kind of kit that they want, where should they contact you? I'm seeing some people are interested in that. So how should they contact you?
And go to my Facebook page, and it's www.facebook.com/paranormal kids.
Paranormal Kits?
Yeah, paranormal
So
kids.
there's 3 kits. So is that right? Is there 3 of them?
Yeah, there's 3 kids.
Okay. All right.
All right, perfect. So, all right, well, I will make sure to put that up. I'll also put the link to your Facebook page as well so that they can contact you.
Fantastic. I
Make sure
appreciate
to
that.
go and order those kits, check out and see the different ones, what you need. Even if you just got to get a starter kit, get what you need to get and start protecting. All
And
right.
I do personalize kits to what you do. Like the kid I'm working on right now, she wants to work on her psychic skills, on grief, and there's one more she wants to work on. So I'm right now researching crystals that'll work for her for
Awesome.
what she wants. So everything is personalized if you'd like it.
Well, perfect. That's even better. So if you're looking for certain things, then definitely make sure you get a hold of Steph Brady. I will put her page link up so everybody can contact her. Let her know that you saw her on
Great.
Paranormal Connections radio show, so that she knows she got some support from our listeners. I know some people are already interested. I definitely think that it will work well for all of those that have been contacting me looking for exactly this kind of product. So thank you so much,
Perfect.
Stephanie, for coming on tonight. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you
I will
very
be in
much.
touch.
All right, sounds good. You guys have a great evening.
Take care.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, take care. Bye bye.
Bye. She's amazing.
Yeah. You know, I think that it was a great thing. I mean, we've been talking about this. I've been talking about this for years, and I literally probably a couple times a week send how to do a cleansing. Well, people say, "What kind of cleansing do you do?" So I finally just typed it all up,
Right.
and I just keep it in my documents and just share it with people. Because it's so simple. And again, people have their techniques and they act as if it is top secret. Like you can't share your secret recipe on how to help people. Like figure it out yourself, asshole. Like I don't understand this mentality, right? It drives me crazy. Why do we have to be in competition with each other? This isn't about competing to who's best. Like the people are in it and they're helping other people who need help. If we run into problems, we should be able to reach out to other people in our field that have been there longer, experienced this. They focus on doing these things. I saw that Chad Stadball was in the chat room too. He gives classes online. There's a lot of people out there that do it. But we're going to do it one step further. I may make some enemies off of this one because some people are trying to charge for their classes, and I'm not beating them down. I'm not saying you shouldn't use them. Absolutely, if that's what you want to do, fine. I just want people to get education.
Right.
But I think there's a lot of people in this field right now that either don't have the money to pay for classes, would rather take that money and put it into equipment or travel to go and investigate,
But what's more
or
important?
they're just like, screw it, I don't need any education, I know it all. So we got a couple categories. So for those people, or those that are just now looking, George and I are going to get together, and over probably the next couple months, we are going to be getting together and doing some videos for YouTube. They're going to be free.
Yep.
All right. It's going to go over each aspect of investigation from start to finish. It'll be in different segments. So you'll be able, if you want to know how to, what should be involved in your pre-questionnaire when you get a client, how to use equipment, how you should do things, questions you should ask. If you use a psychic medium, what should they do? All these different things. How to collect evidence, what evidence to use and what evidence not to use. How, all these different things. Like there's so many little short videos that we could make. But again, I think that I've been waiting. I was just like, somebody's got to like have the idea to put this out and do it, and I don't have to do it, but obviously not. So since I think that it's, we keep having to like go over all this, I think that just putting it out there, it gives people somewhere to go, that they can get this information for free. Won't cost you a thing. If you want me to send you a damn certificate, I'll print one up and I'll pull one off the internet, put your name on it, put a little star, and I'll send it to you, and you can be my graduate. But let's just get the information out. Let's get people educated.
Let's get everybody
Let's
on the same page. Get everybody on the same page.
I don't
It's
think we're ever going to be on the same page, but you know what? Again, for those people who are like us,
yeah,
we're going to end up flocking together. Unfortunately, it's like we're back in high school days where they have all the cliques. So the jocks hang out over here, and the emo kids hang out, or the goth kids hang out over here, and the smokers over here, and the nerds over here, and the sports stars, and all these different the rockers. So this is how the paranormal is going to be. We got the paranormal for professional positive people. Then we got the paranormal posers, and then we got the paranormal wannabes, and then we got the paranormal super egos, and we got the super paranormal competitions. I mean, hey, I think that they're taking nominations for the Paranormal World Awards or something here soon. So go nominate yourself, because that's how that works too. Or have your friend nominate you so you can feel famous. This is what we have. So we got the famous people, we got the peasant paranormal people. It's all like it's just like high school. So you got to find a clique that works for you of like-minded people, and
yep,
it's obviously, even though we all like-minded as far as we believe in the paranormal, and we don't have to be convinced of that. There is all Nobody can even agree on. We all agree that it exists, but nobody can agree on anything else on it.
you're right.
Can't agree on evidence, can't agree on how to do things, can't agree on how to get along. Like, we can't do it. So we're just going to stop trying to everybody get along. We're not going to worry about those people that, are off on their own little tangents or whatever they're doing. We have to, it's like a recycling business, and it's like the powers that be. They're like, you know what? No, you don't need these people, and you're not going to get rid of them. Well, I'm going to make it so in your face that now you're finally going to get rid of these people. And then you bring in other like-minded people that you meet. I mean, you've met a lot of great people, and a mutual friend uh, of mine over the past couple months. And I mean, again, great people. We're all like-minded. We're all very interested in the same thing, got a lot of the same things, although we might not all agree on everything or how we do things.
Doesn't mean
We're
we're going to
all
get
in
along.
that right mindset that we can work together.
Exactly. I mean, we
So
don't agree on we don't you and me don't agree on everything, but it doesn't mean
no.
it doesn't mean we're gonna get in an argument. We're just like, okay, I love your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. That's it.
Well, we do get in gift wars.
We do, and you know what? I am losing. I
I
always
know you're
lose.
like the snotty little brother that it's like, oh really, okay, and then I think everything's over and you apologize, and then you send me like an alligator like gif or
It's like a
something
sneak attack. It's like
for yeah, exactly. But I got some on standby just in case.
you know what my grandma had real quick is a 2 foot real alligator that stuff that she brought home from Nicaragua, and it's in my guest room back here. And actually, Kara said we should send that to Christina George for a gift,
You
and I
know
said
what?
no.
I would send that shit back. Number one. Number two, now I know that if I ever come to stay the night at your house
Oh,
when
you
we're going to go investigate,
will.
I'm definitely not sleeping in that room, or you're going to have to move Mr. Stuffed Alligator.
I would love to go get it right now, but you wouldn't get the full detail of it. It's a real
I
alligator.
just drop your ass out the conversation, and it'll be the Christina show, and George will be just dropped off.
No, no,
And don't be looking at Kara so that she can go get it in the background and put it over your shoulder or anything. I already know you.
that's exactly what she did.
I know. Look, I know.
I love you.
So, all right, guys. So, that's our plan, is that we're going to start putting some of these things out. We definitely want, people to be involved. And if you were here for the first hour, again, if you have been, I can't stand you guys sometimes.
Look
Send
at
that
that
shit to
thing.
a maid.
It's real. It's a real
That's
alligator.
gross.
No, and look at it's real.
I don't care.
It's a freaking real. My grandma had it.
I'm sorry. I don't like the doll either. Just because it was grandma's doesn't mean that I gotta like the creepy ass thing.
I
That's
don't
just
blame.
as creepy as the doll.
I know. I got you. That was all Kara's idea. I was sitting there like a good little brother.
I was like, okay, here they're gonna tag team me real quick. I see what's happening. I can just see your eyes looking. I'm like, she's over in the background.
I started. I know you, but you know what? If people would really understand we adore you, and I'm not. You're just an awesome lady. We adore you. So we tease you out of love. We really.
Well, yes, and the thing is, it's not even it like that you started it. Renee actually started the fad, and everybody's just kind of jumped in. And with that day, I brought you on the show with him, and you guys like meshed. I knew it was over because all you guys could do was talk about everything that I was scared of. I'm just gonna stop telling you guys what I'm scared of, and like I said, I'm just not gonna be scared of it no more. I'm just not gonna go in the ocean. I'm not gonna go in the rivers, and I'm not gonna go in the streams and.
Yeah, but we're going camping pretty soon. That's another thing. Soon as everything passes,
Yes,
we got camping coming up. We got investigations coming up. I want you to come to our house. I want you to go to the Byron Hotel with us. I mean, there's so much memories that we're going to make. It's going to be amazing. It really is. It's just the beginning stage of our friendship. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
I am definitely looking forward to it. This is the busy time of the year, and this is a great time for not only investigating but for sky watches, traveling. Oh, I can't stand you right now. Just wait till we get off stream. If I could put up on Mr. Leatherface right now, Creeper Jeeper guy, I would so post it right now. But it's coming, just so you know.
I know.
I'm gonna
I do not.
plaster all over your Jeepers Creepers, everybody. If you really want to, stand behind me on this little war later after the stream, make sure that you either in the comments or on George's page, go send him a nice Jeeper Creeper meme. He will love it. Or a GIF that is animated. He loves that even more. That is his favorite guy. Oh, and the little mechanical looking clown from Saw. That
No,
is
okay,
my favorite friend. Oh my gosh. Like if you have one of those, call me and I will give you the address and we'll send it to him.
that's fucked up. I don't like that guy. That guy scares the shit. The guy on the bicycle, the saw guy. All right, it's gone too far. You win.
You see,
You win.
you trying to bully me as I just come back and I'm like,
It's like Wonder Woman.
that's right.
I see sparkles. Exactly. What a great show. Well, I'm looking. Actually, that idea that you're just discussing and is a great idea. The whole, directions, how to do this, how to do that, how to ask questions, EVP recorders, and wait 10 seconds or 15 seconds
Absolutely.
or 20 seconds. I mean, I look at it. I learn every day when I'm doing investigations at the house or whatever at work. I'll even investigate at work. I practice at work with the EVP recorder because it takes practice.
Okay, but be careful, okay? You don't want to be practicing at home and you don't want to be practicing it where you're at work all the time because you're inviting communication when you do that. So you are opening the door for that communication.
You're right. Again, here I am being honest, but I do. You're right. God dang it. You're right.
I mean, especially your house. I mean, I tell people that all the time because they become investigators and then they're like, oh, I think something followed me home. So we'll just treat this like it's an investigation and we'll start, doing what they would do. Well, again, once you open that door open to investigate that and interact with them, the door's open. Right. And then, if something did follow you that's not very nice, now hell's going to break loose, or they're just going to drive you crazy trying to, interact with you because they're like, hey, it's like you turned on the open sign. So,
well, I feel our house is like you ever been to Disneyland? You ever been to Disneyland and the haunted, what is that? The haunted thing?
Yes, the haunted mansion.
Yes. I feel our house is like a bunch of paranormal dancing.
It's definitely haunted. I mean, that's probably the one place that is very interesting that you can go to that actually, because like I said, I don't do like themed haunted houses and stuff. Yeah. Like you can put me in a real haunted house all day long with spirits. You can even put me in with some damn demons. But don't put me in a bunch of in a haunted house themed thing with a bunch of weirdos that jump out and scare you and want to touch you. Yeah. That you can't do. I'm afraid of the living. I'm not afraid of the dead.
The living is more evil than the dead. I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you. When they talk about demons, I'm just like, I can be pointing them out. You're a demon. You're a demon. You're a demon.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. 100%.
I am so going to probably get hate, but that is completely okay. Kristen said Christina won't even come to Florida because she thinks she's going to be attacked by an alligator, silly girl. No, I don't think. I know. Okay. Kristen, I know that you're new to, following me, but I have this thing. I don't call it a curse. I call it Final Destination luck. So if you've seen that movie, Final Destination, that's kind of my life.
Right.
So I don't push boundaries. Like I have a definite fear. I swear, like I had the big great white sharks, and I just know there's megalodons out there. And I swear that I was probably in a past life, I was a mermaid and I got eaten by one of those damn things because I'm telling you, like the fear is real. And then when you get an alligator, I don't know, maybe I lived in the Amazon, I got eaten by an alligator or crocodile. I don't know, but it's all bad. So
you live in fear. You need to stop. There's absolutely no alligators whatsoever coming out of your toilet tonight.
Well, that's right, because I live somewhere that there's no damn alligators for that damn reason right there. And I don't have to jump in my swimming pool and find an alligator sunbathing out or bathing in my thing. I'm so going to get you.
I love you.
All right, everybody, you make sure to send George, the saw guy, on riding his little tricycle saying hello. And make sure Creeper Jeepers guy says hello to him. He's feeling a little left out tonight.
You know what? Right. I know I'm going to get hell. I already know. I know. It's fucked. I'm screwed. It's okay.
All right, so you guys make sure to do what I told you. Make sure to go find his page or post it in the comments here. I just want to see those posts, just those gifts and memes, just for George. Just show him how happy we are that he came on tonight and tried to scare me with the damn alligator.
I love you so much. Oh, you're so crazy.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the show tonight. You guys are amazing. They getting over 400 comments just for the show. You guys are awesome. I'm sure that this will do good, but make sure again, once this show finishes, take this and share it on your page, share it in your groups, share it with your friends, whoever you know, have them share it. Let's make these videos go viral because these two topics were really important tonight. And again, I really want to get the information out to all these so-called bullies out there that are just causing havoc out there. You got a 2-week notice. And after that, all bets are off. Names are coming out. I'm going to let George still be the nice guy because he's like, I'm the evil twin right now, and I just don't give a shit if people get mad at me. And
good
so
cop,
I'm going to put it out there.
I'll be like good cop, you be bad cop.
Absolutely. I have no problem with it. You're still a little wet behind the ears when it comes to dealing with this stuff. So I'm going to be the example, and I'm going to be the leader to show you how to do it right and call them out right. And then pretty soon you'll have your own show and you'll be like, oh, you do what? What?
You know what? I'm going to have your attitude, and I'm going to have that attitude. And I love your attitude. It's like, I don't care if you don't like me or if you do like me. It doesn't matter. That's
yeah. You know what? Eventually, you just have to. I am very thankful for all the people who do like me and that do love me and do support me and everything. But for the ones that change their mind or the ones that can't stand me, that's what I do. I don't care.
I love you so much. I do.
It's the way it goes. Hey, like me or love me, it's the way it is. If you don't like me, stop coming and watching all my damn videos, you hating trolls.
There you go. Just like that.
All right. Oh, geez. Steve-O's saying as he pokes head out from behind the couch. Don't get scared unless you're bullying somebody. You have nothing to worry about, Steve-O. No, nothing to worry about.
You're good.
But everybody else out there, and I know you guys are watching, or I know somebody knows who we're talking, the people all, well, and again, I don't even want you to think it's one person because this whole topic tonight was about multiple people. And so if this shoe fits, maybe you need to re-examine yourself, and maybe the eyes are a little bit more on you than you know, and maybe you are on the radar, and that should be enough. If you're not who I'm talking about, at least you're on notice and fix it. Just fix it. You need to fix yourself.
Right.
If you are those people and you're pretty sure that that's who I'm talking to, make some adjustments because I really, really don't want to have to call people out by name, but I'm having the show. I got a list regardless, but I'm giving people a chance to get crossed off the list.
Ooh, nice.
So that's how it is. So if you got a problem, make sure you send me a message. You can send it to either the Paranormal Connections page, or you can send it directly to my page through Messenger. I will get it and I will set you up to come on the show. But again, you need to come on that show. Now, rather you just put your finger over your camera if you don't want your face to be known. That's okay. But again, if you want us to support you and stand by you, we need you by our side, not behind us.
Exactly.
So
I'm gonna fight for you if you fight for yourself. That's about it.
that's right. We will fight for you as long as you fight for yourself. It's going to be the new hashtag. I'm gonna put with everything. I sound so young. Hashtag. I think everybody's even past Twitter now. They're now on Instagram and Snapchat, whatever that is. I said Snapchat. My kids would so make fun of me right now, but all right, everybody, we are out of time, so we will see you next week. Make sure to join myself and Renee Chavez. Yes, I said Renee, we're going to try to get him on. Oh, because we never know where the hell he's doing or where he's at, but I sent him a headset to use that I know works. So if not, I'm gonna have to call Renee out on the next show if that's not the case. That's the plan.
He's the biggest
That'll be
bully.
the plan.
He's the biggest bully of them all.
All right, everybody. You've been listening to Paranormal Connections radio show on the UPRN Talk Radio Network, 107.7 out of New Orleans. And you've been joining us. I hope you have a great, great week. And I will see you on Thursday night and possibly George along with us.
Of course.
Of course. You're always invited. All right, everybody. Have a great night, and we will see you soon.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
Night.
Bye-bye. 3, 2